Forensic experts determining that bones that were found in Orlando, Florida belong to young Caylee Anthony. They have not, though, been able to determine how she died and who is responsible. They've already charged her mother, Casey, with the murder of her child, and that was before the body was found. So if medical examiners cannot identify how Caylee died, could Casey walk free? Defense attorney Joanna Greenwald and former prosecutor Paul Cayle join me now live. Good to see both of you.
Hello. Nice to be here.
Joanna, first to you and the case against Casey. She's behind bars, and oftentimes prosecutors prefer to have physical evidence, remains of the deceased, and it helps them with their case. But when the medical examiner says undetermined cause, she doesn't expect toxicology to help. Does it help or hurt the prosecutor?
I think this is a major blow for the prosecution's case because the Florida statute itself, if someone is charged with murder, there's two-pronged test. They have to show premeditation and that death was caused by design by somebody that caused the specific death. Not having a cause of death and the fact that toxicology is not going to add a whole heck of a lot. She has a major problem because that could be anybody. She's also going to, the prosecution is going to have another problem because it doesn't necessarily mean that her mother did it beyond a reasonable doubt. So they're going to have a big problem.
At this point, you're right, and that is the standard for the jury. If you can even find a jury that doesn't know every detail of this case, it has been in the media around the world. Paul, though, can an accidental death and a secretive disposal of the body, if it was there for a period of time, if Casey's responsible, could she not still be found guilty?
Well, there would be a charge. She could be charged with some kind of a reckless homicide. That would be a possibility. But, you know, Jamie...
Circumstantial cases, Paul, we're lawyers. We know you can often bring a very strong case with circumstantial evidence. But, Joanna, the defense attorney has said he is very distressed with the way it was handled. The utility worker says he called 3 times to report that he saw the suspicious bag and that nobody in the police department was able to locate it. If it had been located earlier, perhaps some of the evidence might have been preserved. Does the defense use that, and does it help them win potentially an acquittal?
What a wonderful question. Why don't we talk about Mr. Kronk, the water utility worker? He called 3 times, August 11th, August 12th, August 13th, that he sees a suspicious bag. How many people do we know don't go and look at the bag? He didn't do anything, and the fact that the sheriff's office didn't go and look, the fact that they're not looking at him, forget about Casey Anthony.
But does it help the defense is my question, because to be honest with you, that utility worker, I still don't understand why if he saw it, he didn't walk the cops over and say, here it is, folks, right here. I really think there's a disconnect going on there somewhere.
Well, you know,
Jamie,
Jamie,
that's exactly.
Jamie, there's a disconnect going on, no doubt about it, and the cops can be covering the body.
But
when they find this body,
wiped out the answer as to who's responsible, Paul. As Joanna pointed out, just because you find the body and it's near the house, it doesn't mean Casey committed the crime.
Oh, I disagree with you on the facts of this case, Jamie, very strongly, because the body's found within a half a mile of the house. There was the odor of human body decomposition and traces of human body decomposition found in Casey Anthony's car. She
know all of those facts. I'm being told I'm out of time, but you know what? I think where this normally would have provided answers, it may have even raised more questions.
More difficult.
Paul Cayle and Joanna Greenwald, thanks very much. Both superb attorneys. We'll have to see what the attorneys in Florida accomplish on this case.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Same to you. Merry Christmas.
Flu season is